local news leader and the Spirit of Community Award winner. This is NBC 10 News at 6.
Right now, we have breaking news out of Odessa, Texas, after reports of a shooting at a Home Depot. At least one person is dead. We'll bring you the latest. And from sandbags to evacuations, we have Dorian preparations out of Florida as the hurricane makes its way east. Plus, the I-20 rivalry kicks off in about an hour. But some things are a little different at Malone Stadium as tailgaters await the first game of the season. We'll explain. Hello, and thank you for spending the weekend with me. I'm Chelsea Jones. We have some breaking news out of West Texas as police confirm another mass shooting. At least one person is dead and several others are injured. Authorities in Midland say that the shooter was shot and killed by police in Odessa after a manhunt that went on for more than an hour. Police say the gunman was driving around shopping centers and shooting people from his vehicle. There were reports of a second shooter. However, Midland police now say the situation is no longer active. The mayor of Midland says they are hopeful that there was only one shooter. 21 people were hurt, including 2 police officers. We will continue to update you as more information becomes available. Well, as Hurricane Dorian continues to gain some strength and move inland, Floridians are preparing for the worst. Ryan Hughes is there with a look into some of those preparations.
Good evening. This is one of 4 sandbag locations open in Brevard County, Florida. Some residents tell me they have waited in their vehicles 2, even 4 hours to pick up 10 sandbags. One of the most coveted things along Florida's Atlantic coast this holiday weekend, sandbags. Cars and trucks stretch for as long as the eye could see. How long did you wait?
For about 2 hours.
What was it like?
It's hot. And it's real slow. But it's worth it.
Melbourne resident Willie Williams plans to put the sandbags next to his front door. This county, which has around 600,000 residents, has been on pins and needles as Hurricane Dorian churns at sea. A mandatory evacuation is set for Sunday at 8 in the morning for anyone living on the barrier island or in low-lying areas.
I am leaving right now, actually.
Where are you going to go?
Either over to Tampa or back home to Maryland. We just moved here, like this week, from Tampa, so. So we might be going back to Tampa.
And these sandbag locations are open from sunup to sundown. Reporting in Melbourne, Florida, I'm Ryan Hughes. Now back to you.
While the storm isn't threatening the Arklamis, people here want to help. Dorian inches closer to making landfall, and residents are concerned with packing their belongings rather than packing the blood donation centers. That's why the LifeShare Blood Center in Monroe is stepping in. They're asking locals to stop by this weekend and roll up their sleeves to donate blood. For every one person who donates 1 pint of blood, 3 lives can be saved. LifeShare will be open Monday from 8 to 2 at the Blood Center, and they'll have buses at the West Monroe and Ruston Walmart Supercenters. New at 6, after several families lost their loved ones due to gun violence, a group of demonstrators came together outside of the Morehouse Parish Courthouse to demand justice. This afternoon, family members and friends of DeMontrell Lawley and Thomas Johnson showed up with "No Justice, No Peace" t-shirts and signs in remembrance of their deceased loved ones. They're wanting to express their frustration with local law enforcement.
Really, I'm trying to get justice. It's been years and still haven't heard nothing. Just people just nothing. Put the guns down, just get along. Let's get together.
The group walked up and down the streets of Bastrop trying to get attention from local government and law enforcement with hopes that their loved ones' cases will be solved. Well, the Warhawks are taking on the Grambling State Tigers in less than an hour. And in the past, tailgating has been the highlight of the day for many fans. But this year is a little different, and NBC 10's Anna McAllister explains why.
Just beyond this fence, the game of the year will kick off for the ULM Warhawks and the Grambling State Tigers. For years, this very spot, the Grove, has been the location for hundreds of fans to unite and celebrate the glorious sport that is college football. Now, all it is a mound of dirt.
We've had to move, and it's a whole new tailgating spot. It's learning. This is obviously the first game with the whole new setup and whatnot. Nobody really knows if it's going to be good or bad.
Now a husband and father, Harley Cieno is a ULM alum and former Warhawk tight end. For Cieno and his family, football is a part of life. In fact, his family has tailgated in the Grove for nearly a decade. But the new construction for ULM's medical school has pushed the Cienos and other fans out.
There was a lot of trees where we were at. Obviously, out here now, there's not a lot of trees and shade. So that's obviously one concern people do have.
The blistering heat taking on another meaning for loyal fan and barbecue connoisseur Norman Amos just a few yards away. Like the Cienos, Amos has been tailgating these football games for years, but he doesn't seem to mind the change in location.
I understand that progress has to be made and changes have to be made, and we just have to adjust. That's for the benefit of the university. For the university, we're willing to move and do what we need to do.
It's the end of a tradition for diehard fans who are used to camping out in the Grove. But despite the change in location, the team's spirit remains the same.
ULM, Grambling, go out and give your best.
Let's go. It's simple, right? There ain't nothing else to say.
Reporting in Monroe, Anna McAllister, NBC 10, your local news leader.
ULM's new medical facility is scheduled to open sometime next year, and we'll have a live look from the new tailgating spots minutes before kickoff later in the show from Sports with Spencer Tillis. But first, Brian, it's a very hot day to be drinking outside.
Through the holiday weekend, we'll talk everything from heat to drought to even the tropics when NBC 10 News at 6 continues.